This is one of the most important years in some athletes' careers. We are on the countdown to the Beijing Olympic Games, and one person who is looking good for qualification is badminton player Scott Evans. After moving to Denmark in order to further improve his chances, we spoke to his parents about the move and the sacrifices everyone has had to make. It must have been quite tough as a parent on you, his move to Denmark.
Yes, it was tough. It was, he was very young. It was a tough decision to let him leave school. I didn't want him to actually initially, but in hindsight it was the right idea. But it was tough because at 17 you don't expect your child to move out and go and live abroad. But I think it was the right thing for Scott.
He's missed a lot of his friends as well, He was involved in a couple of different sports. He played a lot of hockey. He was a very good soccer player as well. So giving up all that and concentrating on this game was quite a difficult decision for him as well. So it is a tough life. So it's very lonely existence, and you've only got yourself to blame if things go wrong. So
when did you know, we've got a chance of the Olympics here?
Last summer, the Olympic start-off date was in 1st of May. So you'd normally play about 12 tournaments a year, and in Olympic year you could end up playing 30 plus tournaments a year, so which is a very demanding area. So he was away at the World Championships, played very well, and then went to LA and played in the US Open and beat the Japanese number one, who was ranked 14 in the world. I think after that victory, I think that surprised a lot of people, and surprised us certainly. And from there on, I felt that he obviously has a very, very good chance of qualifying when he could start beating world-class players. We've never had anybody that's beaten the Japanese number one before. It's a very well-ranked sport in Japan as well. They take it very seriously. So I think from there on, I think we felt that he had a good chance of getting there.
What are the good things and the bad things that he's had to meet in Denmark?
The good things are that his level of play has improved because he's been playing with actually quality players. He has the resources of top coaches in Europe. The bad things would be it's lonely. You have to grow up very quickly.
The language
is although in fairness the Danes speak very good English, so that's been a good help.
He's learning to take some Danish on board, but it's not an easy language to learn. So that part is tough. But, other than that, they've looked after him very, very well. He's got a lot of good friends over there now. And where do you get the chance to play former world champions on a daily basis? You won't get that in this country or in a lot of other countries. So the quality of the opposition is huge, and that's where he's picking the game up from.
It's very difficult. Denmark's the top country in Europe for badminton, so the level is so high over there. So the club practice and the club games are perfect to bring your level up. So training is just so hard. You have to do so much training. So you have to be so fit to play at this level. It really is difficult. I'd be training about 35 hours a week, maybe 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, and then depends what day it is. It could be 2 hours in the afternoon as well. So it is very difficult. 6 days a week as well. So hopefully going to go to the Olympics. I'm also going to stay in Denmark and train full time, and going to play in a club over there as well. So hopefully it's going to stay good the way it is.
As parents, though, it had to be also tough on you. What type of sacrifice did you have to make?
Financially, it's tough. There's had a lot of support from Badminton Ireland, Olympic Council, Sports Council. They've put a huge amount of funding into him. He's been very lucky in that respect. A lot of other athletes haven't been so lucky. It's very difficult. We try to manage him from this end, all the time checking his flights, hotels, making sure he's getting picked up. It's not an easy life, at all. So it is a tough decision for parents to make, generally with young athletes. It is one of the top 5 toughest sports on the planet to play in, and I think the quicker people get to realise that, the more kudos it'll get. It's huge all over the world. It's the second biggest sport on the planet, so which a lot of people don't realise that. There are over 1.1 billion people playing it. There are probably about 9 to 10 million playing squash, about 4 to 500 million playing tennis. which I'm not sure about tennis, but I mean, you would think there'd be a lot more people playing tennis. But badminton is massive in China. 40 million people playing it in Indonesia, more in Malaysia. So it's their top players can't walk down the street. They're just superstars. So it's just not that big in this country, and there's 4 million playing it in the UK. So it is very, very big sport.
It kind of brings home just how well he's done, hasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Particularly coming from Ireland. But I must say, without the grassroots and where he started here, he wouldn't be where he is today. So, you know, you do have to appreciate that the system here is good too, to a certain level.
What does it feel like as a parent when he's standing up there collecting his trophies, collecting his medals? That must be something awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic feeling. I mean, 2 years ago, he played his brother Lee in the final of the National Championships. That's the first time that's ever happened. Two brothers have played each other in the final of Nationals. That was probably the proudest day of our lives, watching the two of them play against each other. But I mean, you know, just to have them both out there playing each other was fantastic. And watching him perform in the Irish Open, watching him perform for his country, which he loves to do, and when he has the opportunity, and you know, it's just every time I see him on court, it's great.
Well, let's hope that he gets that opportunity and we all get to see Scott fly the flag for Ireland in Beijing later on this year. Best of luck.